I welcome una to the third section of this tutorial. For this section, we go learn about connection ports and the buttons wey go show us which ports we dey use. Connection na slot or port wey dey your computer. Connector na the end of the cable wey go join cable to port. If you look your computer well, you go see say some ports and buttons dey there. E fit dey in front of am and some dey get am by the sides. Computers dey different, so e fit be say na different place the port and button go dey for your own computer. So the first button wey we go look at na the power button. Many of us don dey familiar with this sign. We dey see this sign for television, even our phone sef dey get am. So na im we dey take on the computer. This button fit dey left side, e fit dey right side. Sometimes e dey in front of touchpad for laptop. So anytime wey you see this sign, just know say na the power button be this. Audio ports. As you don see am, you go see say e get some signs like microphone and headphone. So na this port we dey take connect anything wey go use audio. We dey use this port take connect microphone, we dey use am connect earphone, and we dey use am connect speaker. So anything wey dey use sounds, anything wey dey produce sounds, na audio port we dey connect them to. USB port. If you look am very well, you go see say e get one sign for there. Anytime wey you see this sign, just know say na USB port be this. Many computers get USB ports. Na the port wey we dey take connect mouse, wey we dey take connect keyboard, printer, and plenty other things. Monitor port. Na this port we dey take connect monitor to CPU. That one na for desktop. Ethernet port. Na this port dem dey use for networking. Dem dey use am connect to the internet. That one na for wired internet. Some schools dey use am, some offices sef dey use am, some companies dey use am. So e dey very popular before and people still dey use am. PS connector. Sometimes we dey use this port connect mouse and keyboard, but things don change now. For new computers wey dem dey do, na USB port dey there instead of this PS port. Serial ports. This port no too dey common for computers again. Before dem dey use am connect camera, but now as USB don dey popular, na USB port dem dey use. Expansion slots. This kind slot common for many computers, especially desktop wey dem dey do that time. And wetin e dey do be say na extra slot wey dey follow every computer, every desktop wey dem do that time. Na extra slot wey dey follow dem come, wey be say you fit buy external device join body with the computer. So if you get any external device wey you wan join with computer, na inside this slot you go join them. Power socket. Power socket na the slot wey we dey take connect power cord to computer. You go don hear say people dey talk say HDMI cord. The full meaning of HDMI na high definition multimedia interface. And wetin e dey do? Na this port we dey use connect any visual display. The visual display, e fit be television, e fit be monitor. Anything wey be say go show for screen, we fit use HDMI connect am. CD port. CD port na compact disc port. This one dey use any CD. E fit be DVD, e fit be CD. If you press button for inside it, e go open tray. The tray dem dey call am disc tray. Na inside that disc tray you go put your CD, enter am back. Na just like DVD, VCD machine wey people dey use that time. Many other ports dey, especially for computers wey dem do that time. Some of them na firewall, Thunderbolt, and so on. If you buy computer and you see port wey be say you don't know wetin the port dey do, you fit check the manual for more information. That manual wey you keep when you dey unbox your computer, if you check that manual, you go see wetin the port dey do. We don talk am before say input devices na the devices wey we fit join with computer. The common computer setup dey get monitor, dey get keyboard, dey get mouse, but we fit plug plenty other types of devices to our computer. Make we look at some of the common devices wey be say we fit plug to our computer make e dey work. Printer. We fit use printer print documents, we fit use am print photo, we fit use am print anything wey dey appear for our screen. Scanner. Scanner fit allow us copy image or document and save to our computer. Speaker or headphones. These ones dey allow us hear sound and music. Some dey use audio ports, some dey use USB ports. The new ones wey dem dey do now, dem dey use Bluetooth. Microphone. Microphone, as many of us already know, na device wey fit help us record sound and e fit help us talk to person for the internet. Web camera na device wey fit record video, e fit take picture and e fit show our video sef for the internet. Game controllers. Some dey call am pad. Na this one dem dey take control computer games. So e mean say if you dey play game for computer, you fit use this game controller dey control am. Digital camera. We fit use this one capture pictures and videos, and when we connect am to our USB port to computer, we fit transfer the photo to our computer. Other input devices na mobile phone, MP3 player, tablet and many others. Most of these input devices dem dey get USB cable. If you see input device wey get USB cable, e fit mean say we fit connect am to our computer. All these input devices dem be hardware components. That one be say dem be part of the computer wey be say we fit touch. For this section, we go see wetin mouse and keyboard be. As we don already talk before, mouse na tool wey be say we fit take dey communicate with computer. Mouse fit allow us point objects wey dey the screen. The objects wey we dey see for the screen, we fit take mouse point to am. With mouse, we fit move them. When we dey use our mouse, we go see small arrow. The name of the arrow na cursor. Na the arrow be this. If you wan move right, you fit move am right. You wan move am left, you fit move am up or down. So you fit move am anywhere for the computer. Na this arrow go help us know where we dey for the computer. Some other devices dey wey fit do the same work wey mouse dey do, but many people still prefer mouse because e dey easy to use. Make we look some of the devices wey fit do the same work wey mouse fit do. Example na trackball. Trackball na like ball wey dey rotate. So instead make we dey move am like mouse, na our finger we go dey take dey move am. Another device wey fit do the same work wey mouse fit do na touchpad. This one na follow come for our laptop. So instead make we dey move mouse, we go just dey use our finger dey touch the touchpad wey dey there. Na the touchpad be this. As we dey move around am, the arrow dey move, the cursor dey move. Make we come talk about keyboard. Keyboard na tool wey fit do some of the things wey mouse fit do. We dey use am communicate with computer sef. Different types of keyboard dey, but most of them dey do the same work. Many keys dey the keyboard, just as we dey see for this picture. So make we see some of the keys and wetin dem dey do. The first key wey we go look at na escape key. For your computer, you go see am wey dem write ESC. This key fit help us stop any action wey we no want. For example, if page no dey quick load, we fit use escape key stop am make e no even load again. So escape key dey cancel any action wey we dey do for our computer. Function keys. Function keys na keys wey get functions F1 to F12. Some programs for our laptop dey use these keys as shortcut. For example, if you wan open file, you fit press F1 e go open the file. Print screen. Just as the name be, e dey print our screen. This key, you fit take picture of your screen as e dey, and you fit edit am, you fit save the picture. Numeric keypad. As we don already know, these keys dem dey carry numerals, that is, dem dey carry numbers 1, 2, 3 to 0. They resemble calculator and we dey use am type numbers. Backspace key. We dey use this one remove any character wey dey to the left of our cursor. So maybe we dey type something, any character wey dey to the left of our cursor, we fit use this backspace key. If we press am, e go remove the character, but the ones wey dey to the left of the cursor. Insert and delete keys. Insert keys fit allow you make you type on something wey you don dey type, especially if you wan correct that thing. When we don dey work for Microsoft Word, we go see wetin this key fit do. Delete key. We dey use this one remove the character wey dey to the right of our cursor. No forget say backspace key, e dey remove the character wey dey the left of our cursor. Delete dey remove the one wey dey to the right of our cursor. Home and end keys. These ones dey move our cursor to the end or to the beginning of the line wey we dey work on. E mean say if we dey type something for one line and we press this home and end keys, e fit move the cursor to the beginning or e fit move am to the end. Page up and page down. These ones fit help us move our cursor up or down. If you press up, the cursor go move up. If you press down, the cursor go move down. Tab key. This key fit help us move to the next field in programs wey dey process word. E mean say if we dey type word and we press the tab key, e go move to the next line. Alphanumeric keys. Na the keys wey dey carry numbers and alphabets. As we dey see am, this key dey carry letters like A, B, C, and e dey carry numbers 1, 2, 3. Enter keys. Some dey call am return key. This key, e dey run command. For example, maybe you type website address, or maybe you wan open folder. If you press enter key, e go carry you go that website, or e go carry you go inside that folder wey you wan open. Arrow keys. These na keys wey dey move cursor up, down, left, or right. As you dey see am, e get direction. We fit move am up, we fit move am down. If you press down, if you press left or right, your cursor go move left or right. Other keys wey dey na control key, alternate key, and shift keys. These keys, dem design these ones make dem dey work with another key. For example, if you dey type document, you fit press Ctrl and S. If you press Ctrl S, e go save that file wey you dey work on. We go see some of these keys and how dem dey work during our tutorial on Microsoft Word. E go dey easier for us to see am because as we dey press am, we go dey see wetin e dey do for screen. Remember say we don talk about hardware components, the part of the computer wey we fit touch, like mouse, keyboard, printer, speaker, and so on. Now make we talk about software. Wetin be software? Software na the part of the computer wey we no fit touch. For this section, we wan talk about the type of software wey dey run our computer. The software wey dey run our computer na im dem dey call operating system. Operating system na software wey be say dem don install am inside computer memory. E fit dey your laptop, e fit dey your desktop. So operating system na software wey dey help hardware operate with software. So we fit call am oga patapata software wey dey run other software. If operating system no dey, software programs dem go dey useless. Operating system na im dey manage all the computer hardware wey dey connect to your computer, and na im dey manage all the other software wey be say you go install on your computer. Operating system na still the software wey be say dey manage the software and communication between software programs wey dey your computer. Na im dey handle all the data wey software dey produce. Make we look at examples of the computer operating systems wey dey. The first one wey we go look at, and the most common one, na Microsoft Windows. PC and IBM compatible computers dem dey use am. For this tutorial, na Microsoft Windows we go use throughout. Another operating system wey dey na Apple Mac OS. Apple Mac operating system dem build am for Apple computers. So Mac OS na the operating system wey be say Apple computers dey use. Another operating system na Linux. Linux na free open source operating system wey we fit use with PC and IBM compatible computers. Another OS na Chromium. Some dey call am Chrome OS. Chrome OS na im dem dey use with Google Chromebooks. As computer get operating system, na so mobile operating system sef dey. Mobile na anything wey we fit carry up and down like our phone. Example of mobile operating system, the one wey common well well na Android OS. Android na operating system wey be say many phones and tablets dey use. Na im be the most popular for our world today. Another mobile OS na Apple iOS. This operating system na Apple iPhone and iPads dey use am. Other mobile operating systems dey like BlackBerry operating system, Windows Phone, Palm OS and Symbian OS. So make we go through wetin we don learn for this section. Operating system na manager software wey be say e dey manage every other software wey we go put on top our system or our mobile phone. So e mean say if we download software like Facebook, na our operating system go manage am. So operating system na oga patapata software wey dey run every other software wey dey our computer system.